Sometimes studying ACCA, CFA, CA, CPA, these kind of qualifications and clearing them might not be just what is required to start your career in the real world. There are other skills, other elements which all of us need, and unless we master them and hone them along with our exam knowledge, we might not be able to launch the career the way we envision. So in this video, we are going to cover the top skills required by finance and accounting professionals. Thank you so much for all the feedback given to us in the recent videos through comments. We really appreciate, especially some of the positive comments. It really make the entire team's day, and we really do try to strive to give you all as far as possible objective understanding of the finance and accounting education world as well as the career world. So if these videos do help you all further, please let us know how else we can guide you guys. Alright, let's get into the first skill. Most important along with the exam knowledge is communication and presentation skills. When we talk about communication and presentation, I'm not specifically talking about the language. You might not have superb English speaking skills, but that being said, when I used to work in PwC, I have seen people who don't have the best orative skills, but their ability to put their thoughts into words, their ability to put their thoughts into reports, their ability to communicate data is extremely strong. They are in a position to take complicated data from their past exam knowledge and they put it into a way that when they present that same data to the seniors or to clients, other people find it much easier to make decisions. And when you become good at that, you're going to become extremely effective when it comes to the professional world. In another video which we made, I had mentioned when I was hired, the partner who was interviewing me was also mentioning the same thing, that having good communication skills is a big important factor to these guys, so that we as professionals can be put in front of clients, we as professionals can help clients better, and all of this comes down to communication. Communication is also not something that you study once and that's it. You'll have to improve yourself on an ongoing basis, but once you do this, it's going to compound your exam knowledge, the fact that you've completed a professional qualification, and give you the best possible chance to work whether in India or overseas. A second skill, super important skill, is the ability to understand different kinds of basic softwares. Now, when I talk about software, right, of course, we all know about Microsoft Office, where you've got to learn the basics of Excel, of PPT, of Word, and these are no-brainers, right? We also have an Excel course for which the link I'm going to leave below. I remember I had gone to Deloitte a long time back for an interview in the due diligence department, and one of the things they asked me in the interview was to analyze a huge amount of data that they provided in a raw form in an Excel file. And unless I knew basic things like VLOOKUP and pivot table, I could have not solved that. So do learn the basics of Excel. It's going to help you all tremendously. Even besides Excel, right? Whether it is any accounting software, whether it is SAP, whether it is Tally, you might not actually use this, but having some experience about it, having some way of understanding how to look at software, right? Oracle is a very common software used. Having some exposure towards this will help you guys a long way, right from your interview to your actual execution in the real job. Point number 3, being strong at analyzing. Now the good part is that qualifications like CA, ACCA, CMA, CPA, CFA already prepare you when it comes to how to analyze data. When I talk about analyzing data, what I mean is, if somebody gives you information, how do you look at it in the best possible way that can help somebody else make a better decision? It's all about presenting what information you have into actionable data points. So you might look at it from a current performance standpoint, you might look at it from a future performance standpoint, you might look at it from a financial aspect, from a qualitative or a non-financial aspect. You might help in strategic insights, you might help in execution insights. An example I remember when I used to teach a lot of students was ratio analysis. Now ratio is very easy when it comes to the exam, because you've got to learn a few formulas based on the question they ask, you have to answer. But the real skill is once you actually apply the ratios, you actually apply the formulas and you get the answer, what do you do with that answer? Right? How do you compare it with the past performance, with the industry average, and how do you use any form of a trend that your analysis gives you to help, again, seniors or clients make better decisions. Point number 4, having global market understanding and knowledge. I do not mean stock markets as such. What I mean to say is, in an increasingly social media driven, globalization centric world that we are entering, most of us who are going to be working will be working with clients who either are themselves international, or maybe Indian clients who do have a lot of work with international clients. You might also be able to use information from across other countries to help you or your clients generate better returns or make better decisions. All of this comes with you being aware about what's happening, not just in India news wise, but also international. Point number 5, having very strong ethics. When it comes to prioritizing the most important skill, I would say this is number 1, right? And when I say number 1, I don't mean that ethics is a skill as such. Some people do have to be a little trained in ethics. Most of us have it intuitively or instinctively, but the difficult part is actually applying it, because you guys will have so many situations where, when you study something theoretically, you know what's right, what's wrong. In fact, even if it's not very clear, you might be able to logically deduce what's right or what's wrong. But when it happens in the real world, when there's peer pressure or unfair aspects are being conducted, your ability to really use this ethical knowledge and use your own ethical qualms to advance, to come to a point where it helps you guys make the right decision, it's going to take you all the longest way. Sometimes taking ethical decisions means you'll have a problem in the short run, but a much better benefit in the long run, and it's worth it. Okay guys, before I go ahead, I would like you all to just pause this video. In the comment section, please tell us what else you guys think we should be able to make for you guys, what other information you all want, whether it's about finance and accounting from the education perspective or finance and accounting from the career perspective. Please drop in comments below and we'll be able to help you guys with the same. Alright, and the last point guys is networking skills. We've made a lot of videos on networking. We made videos on what it takes to, really excel in companies like the Big Four. I'm going to leave links to these in the video here. Please do view them. But networking skills, the ability to build relationships, the ability to know how to help somebody. That once you meet somebody, how do you introduce yourself? How do you retain what the other person is capable of helping you with? Having a long-term give relation before asking for something, but having that in the long run is going to take you guys to tremendous heights. So remember these 6 points that I have mentioned, right? These are over and above the finance and the accounting skills, but these are the things that are going to take you guys to the next step in your career, even from the interviewing part. So don't expect that the clearing the exams is the only thing required. That is the most important bit, but these skills come right below them. So I hope that this video has helped you guys, and if there's anything else that you would like, please let us know, and otherwise do like, do drop comments and do share.